Hey guys, Andrew here. Just a heads up, RJ's audio in this episode is not the best. So just bear with us for this episode. He sounds a little tinny. I was not monitoring the audio that well during the recording of this. My bad. We'll try to do better in the future, but just bear with us for this episode. It's still a solid episode. And hope you like it.
So you never seen Kung Fu Panda before, huh?
No, but today I have.
Today you broke the time that you saw Kung Fu Panda for the first time?
I did. Welcome back to the Backseat Critics. My name is Andrew.
Mm-hmm. It is? Sure is.
What's your name?
That's my name. I'm a symbol. A symbol of Kung Fu. I don't know what that looks like, but that's what I am.
Today we're talking about 2008's family comedy Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda? What?
Did you do an accent?
That's not an accent. What? What? Kung Fu Panda? Is there a problem with that? You don't like Kung Fu Panda?
I'm going to beep all of that.
I don't know why, but it's okay. It's all right. We're talking about Kung Fu Panda. With Jack Black, Jackie Chan, Seth Rogen, Angelina Jolie.
Why'd you list Jackie Chan so high up?
McShane.
How many lines do you think Jackie had?
Dustin Hoffman.
Ian McShane.
I already said that name. Thank you. You have failed. You have failed me and the listeners and everybody listening
Lucy
to this.
Liu.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Thank you. Thank you for naming off somebody different.
David Cross.
Oh, I was about to name him off, but you got me to him. That's okay. What was that one?
James Hong.
Yep, that's what I was looking for. James Hong. James Hong. My guy. Yeah, he's in lots of things. He's in lots of things.
Yeah, he is. Including
Diablo.
Kung Fu Panda.
Diablo the video game.
Oh, really?
He's in Diablo the video game. Diablo 3.
Specifically.
Yeah, I really didn't catch him in anything else, but Diablo 3 specifically, he's in there.
Okay.
Yep, so he is a video game character. I think he's in Shaq Fu, if I remember right. I can't recall off the top of my head.
He's in Big Trouble in Little China.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's in... Yeah, he's in Seinfeld. He's in Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm. He's one of those guys that are secretly... If you look him up in IMDb, he's got like 1,000 movies or 1,000 things that he's in at least. He's over 100. 1,000 was an overshot. He's over 100 easily.
Yeah, it says he's 95 here. That's a lie.
Yeah, no, he's secretly in everything. Anything. No, I saw him in that Dove commercial.
Dove?
Yeah, he's doing the body wash and stuff.
They showed the shower shot.
He goes, "Ooh, Dove."
Stop doing the accents!
That wasn't an accent.
I gotta beep all of this out.
That was a seductive voice, not an accent. Ooh, Dove. Oogway.
That's very seductive.
It was. I could tell. I saw the pupils rise a little bit. It's fantastic.
You saw the pupils rise?
The pupils rise. All rise with the pupils.
This movie.
The classic line. Movie.
We're bringing it back.
Bringing it back, okay.
This movie was announced in 2004.
Huh.
And then released 8 years later. Not 8 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
I can't do math today.
That's okay. Neither can I.
Was it worth that 4-year wait?
No. No.
We're doing final thoughts already.
No, not already. Already.
All right.
But we do got a minute summary.
We do have a minute summary. You want to Rochambeau this?
Ooh, I'll take it. You got the next one.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, what's the next one?
Don't
Okay.
Tell me when. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go.
3,
Go.
2,
Go.
1, go.
All right, so we got Poe, the guy who wants to be part of the Fierce Four.
And minutes up.
Fantastic. I did a great job with it.
Now you got 40 seconds.
Well, basically, he sneaks into this area, becomes a dragon warrior. The bad guy of the land came out, bust out some chains, comes after Poe. Poe skadooches him away. End the story.
And that's a 30-second summary, folks.
Brought to you by RJ, the Backseat Critics.
Critics.
Wow. That's our name, Backseat Critics.
RJ, the Backseat Critics?
Brought to you by RJ with the
I'm
Backseat
just saying, am I being booted here?
Nobody booted you. I said critics.
Am I out?
No, nobody's out.
Is this it?
No, that's not it.
Is this how I'm finding out I'm out?
No. We're not playing no games. We did not boot AJ like this, Rob. But,
Whoa!
What? It's not my fault he booted AJ. I don't know why. Free AJ.
I'm staying out of this conversation.
Hey, you are the founder of the free AJ movement.
I am.
So,
I totally
you cannot
am.
stay out of this.
I totally am.
There's no hiding here.
No.
Nope.
No.
We all know what what happened to AJ. And we hope to see him back one day.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm. Welcome aboard, Tay. What? That's who replaced AJ.
Yeah.
I'm saying welcome to Tay.
Yeah.
Is that a problem that they can't
No, Tay's cool.
Yeah, see?
Tay's cool.
You looked at me in shock like, you're about to start a war with Tay? I'm not starting a war with Tay. I'm saying welcome aboard.
No, Tay's cool.
Yeah.
I just don't think he likes me.
I don't think Tay likes a lot of people, probably. That's okay, though.
I just don't... I don't think he likes me.
That's fine.
It's not fine.
People go check out the Play No Games podcast. That's all we gotta say.
No, don't check it out.
Check it out. Go listen to the drama of how Tay takes over AJ's spot. So Kung Fu Panda. We got Grasshopper.
We do have a grasshopper played by Seth Rogen.
We got a snake.
We got a snake played by Lucy Liu.
We got a crane.
We got a crane played by David Cross.
We have a monkey. Jackie Chan. And then we got a tiger.
Played by
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. I think that was surprising to me that Angelina Jolie was in this.
Yeah.
As much as she was.
She did a lot of voice acting in this, yes.
It's weird to me to see Angelina Jolie have a bigger role in a martial arts movie than Jackie Chan.
My shocking.
It's also weird to see Jackie Chan alongside Seth Rogen and David Cross.
Mm-hmm. And Lucy. I guess Lucy Liu's in there. Yeah. But Lucy Liu should be in.
Like Lucy Liu and Angelina Jolie and Jackie Chan. Like I can see that. But David Cross
and Seth
Rogen with Jackie Chan, that's a weird. I'm not saying it's bad. It's
Seth
just weird.
Rogen went through a DreamWorks phase.
What else was he?
Monsters
was it
versus
Food Fight?
Aliens?
Oh, was he in Monsters vs?
Yeah, he's a Bob, something like that. He's that little blue dude that can suck people in.
Oh, okay.
That's Seth Rogen. So he's in that. He went through a little DreamWorks phase. Real question is, do these people come back for each movie?
I don't know. Let's see.
Well, while you are looking that up, we're just going to give a little shout out to her Horrifically Hokey on Instagram.
Our biggest fan.
He's our biggest fan. He is an artist. Check him out. He does have some tattoo-looking type arts. He likes to do some Frankenstein spooky things.
He does a lot of Frankenstein spooky things. It's all good.
If you need a skateboard design, I'm pretty sure he's your guy.
Yeah.
Check out Horrifically Hokey on Instagram. So, Andrew, did you find out those answers?
Yeah.
And?
Yeah.
Yeah, they come back?
They come back.
For all of them?
For at least the third one. I'm looking at the second one now.
They must be getting paid quite a bit from... Or it's probably in their contract. I can see it being in their contract.
Yeah, they come back.
Really?
They do come back.
Question, if you were an actor of that caliber, would you come back?
For Kung Fu Panda.
Yep. If they said, hey, you have to come... Or we're making another one. You signing back up? If I'm Jackie Chan, I would... No, heartbeat. Easy line.
Easy money.
Come in. He probably recorded his lines in an afternoon.
He has 2 lines in this.
Yeah. Quick 50 grand.
Yeah, I would come back. I would come back.
Get a quick 50 grand.
If I'm if I'm Seth Rogen, if I'm David Cross, if I'm Jackie Chan, and a lot of your movies are aimed at an older audience, what a better way to kind of draw people in than like kind of do something for the kids.
Jackie Chan's got kid movies.
I think he's kind of an exception. I do think he has movies after this that are definitely aimed at kids. I think a lot of his stuff prior to 2004 is for like slightly older audiences.
True. But I mean, he's got like that Spy Next Door movie now.
That's like 2012.
He's got the Tuxedo.
I think that's around the same time as this.
Wasn't that like I think it was 2003.
Was that 2003?
I'm going to say 2003, 2004. Somewhere in there, the Tuxedo. What else was he in? Yeah, that's about it. That's up in my head.
Oh, 2002. I was way off.
Yeah, I remember that as being one of the VHSs I looked at. Like, ooh, I want that as a kid. Back when VHS were slowly going out. And you can buy them for like $2-3 in the store.
I missed VHS.
It took up a lot of room, but...
It took up a lot of room. There's something really deeply satisfying about the little ka-chunk that a VHS makes when you like push it in.
Or you have to rewind it.
Yes. Save the extra $2.
Be kind, rewind.
Where do you want to start with this movie? Scenes? Do you want to talk about some characters? Or do you want to just start at the beginning and go through?
I kind of... Not to say that I want to start at the beginning, but I do want to talk about this noodle. I guess. Almost said fetish. But this noodle...
I have a noodle fetish. It's called pad thai.
Well, the dad in this, which, first of all...
the goose?
Yeah. There's no way that's Poe's real parents.
How old do you think Poe is in this? I was honestly like right on with you. 16. Yeah.
I think he's dropped out of high school, had to help dad with the noodle shop. And
do you think he's suspicious
of why this is my dad?
Yeah. I don't know if this is covered later. I know in the third one, is it like Poe meets his family or something?
Yeah, he meets his family. I don't think he is. I think he's just accepted life because that's how it's been the whole time. I don't think he's suspicious. I think he's just kind of like...
This is my dad?
That's my dad. Obviously, mom looks more like me. Awkward, however that occurred, but...
Yeah.
But I think that's the case. So, I'm going to say he's probably not suspicious.
He just doesn't care.
I think what he's more suspicious about is why is dad so obsessed with noodles? Like, what's up with the noodle obsession?
And the whole secret ingredient.
Yeah. Which is nothing.
Which is just nothing. You just tell people it's a secret ingredient.
Sometimes it's good by itself. Remember that, people out there. Sometimes the Backseat Critics are good by themselves.
And sometimes you need a drink to enjoy us.
And sometimes we need a guest star. But that's okay. Because they're just getting us.
I kind of want to talk about these four.
Okay.
The big four.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
We've got the monkey.
Yep.
We've got the tiger.
Yep.
We have a snake.
Yep.
And we have a grasshopper.
Praying mantis.
Praying mantis.
Who holds up a bridge, by the way.
That's what I want to specifically talk about. The tiger and the monkey, I can get being like kung fu masters. The crane, sure. Light on its feet, quick, agile, can fly. Okay. The praying mantis?
So I thought about this.
How's the praying mantis holding up against these other three? I think the praying mantis, like, that's an accomplishment.
I think
the praying mantis being a kung fu master is a bigger accomplishment than the panda.
I was trying to think about this. Like, why did they choose those things? But when you look back at it, there's some sort of like kick to like kung fu with each of those animals. Like a praying mantis, I'm pretty sure it's like a fighting style.
Is it?
I don't know.
I was gonna say there's an old TV show with was it David Carradine, Kung Fu, but he called people grasshopper.
Yeah. You get the young grasshopper. But
that's not a grasshopper.
I think there's a praying mantis fighting style though. I'm gonna go with it. That's my gut.
But there's no panda bear fighting style?
You know what? I wonder if they make Jack Black like they say, what do you want to be? He goes,
a panda.
Panda. You want me to do this movie? I'm gonna be a panda.
I can get that.
Have you ever seen that Ben Stiller's kids love Jack Black because of this movie?
Really?
Yeah. And they hate Ben Stiller. There's a little short at the Tropic Thunder DVD back in the day. It showed that.
That's awesome.
It's kind of funny.
But yeah, it's an interesting dynamic that they chose 3 kind of pretty good animals that can fight.
Well, you got a snake, a crane, a monkey.
Also, how's the snake fighting? I forgot about the snake.
You know what?
Because the snake is basically used as a projectile by all the other animals.
I think the snake is kind of like an attachment for the animals.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And if it has to fight, I don't think it really fights. I think it's more of a defensive thing.
I do too.
Because it could just slither around you constantly. With how quick that snake was moving.
That snake was lightning fast.
It could just slither around you. And I can see it like buying some time for the other animals to do whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
What the bad guy's freaking out while the snake... I mean, if that snake was slithering around me, I'd be petrified. I'm on the ground shaking.
If a snake and a grasshopper or a praying mantis were hopping around me, no thanks.
Praying mantises are mean.
Yeah. Was it female praying mantises?
Yeah, they cut the head off the
male after sex.
Yeah, this guy better not be doing it. I'm gonna get his head cut off.
Was it praying mantis? No, that's Seth Rogen. Yeah.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
Oh, so he's going to get his head cut off.
You know what? I feel like they're in like a nunnery almost in this though. So I don't feel like they're gonna have that opportunity in life.
That's sad. Do you think you could do that as a married man?
Become a kung fu master?
No, join a nunnery.
Me? No, I'd be closer to being a monk with the lack of hair I have. So I forgot where the monks go, but that'd be closer to me.
Okay.
I would learn how to sit in peace to better understand the sound of a whisper. And now we're back to the Backseat Critics.
Yeah, no, I don't have much on the big 4 or 5. Rather, I keep forgetting about that snake.
That fighting scene on the bridge.
That fighting scene on the bridge was crazy.
They had multiple times to kill the bad guy, then multiple times to kill each other.
And they didn't.
That was your first time watching Kung Fu Panda. You're rooting for them to kill each other, surprisingly. But you asked me if I would fight an old man on the bridge, or if I was fighting an old man on the bridge, you would cut the cord. You would cut the cord. You wouldn't even give me a chance to fight. You would, as my best friend, you're cutting the cord and saying, "Nope, RJ, you're dying today because I don't think you could beat the old man in a fight."
You know what? I'll be honest here. I'll be honest.
Okay.
You're on a bridge and you're fighting a guy who's going to kill 100 people, 1,000 people.
What if it's an old, frail man that you alluded to while we were watching this? There's an old, frail man that has killed millions. But
if it was like Hitler, Mussolini out there on the bridge, just fighting away, kung fu style, and you're out there fighting there with him, RJ.
If I'm on a bridge with a kung fu,
I love you like
Hitler,
a brother. But I'm cutting that bridge.
If I'm on the bridge with
I'm cutting that bridge.
Listen, if I'm on the bridge with a Kung Fu Hitler, you better be cutting that bridge. You better be cutting that bridge. Because that dude, first of all, he came back from the dead, so he's got some zombie powers.
But how is that different from this? Did you see the prison they had this guy in?
That's fine. That's not an old, frail man, though. But if the other one was an old, frail man, you don't think I can stand a chance?
We'll take away the old frail man thing.
Okay.
You're fighting a kung fu master like this?
Then cut the bridge.
Yeah, I'm cutting the bridge.
Like old kung fu master terrorist man, cut the bridge.
Yes.
But if it is old frail man, you better be giving me a fair shot.
I'm giving you a fair shot to beat him in 10 seconds.
No, once you see me fly over the side of the bridge because he beat me with his cane, then you better be coming. You better be cutting.
I'm cutting that bridge immediately.
Oh wow!
I'm like, RJ, go get him. I see you run out there. I'm like sawing away. That's that sound of me sawing.
I guess if you and Tay were on the bridge, I'd have to cut it. If you were fighting Tay.
If it was me and Tay, you better be cutting that bridge. Tay's a savage.
He'd take you out.
He'd murder me.
With his look. He's taking you out.
Tay's got the Tay's got the attitude of a guy that'll take me out behind a shed and shoot me in the head to put me out of my misery.
Ouch. Ouch.
Tay would be the guy that'd kill Old Yeller.
So in this movie,
you're not even addressing that.
We found that that there was that Poe was able to unlock his powers by thinking about food and making things into food.
Yeah.
What would be that thing for you to unlock your Kung Fu Panda powers?
Oh, food?
The Dragon Master. Not food, but just your Dragon Master. Like, what would it be that you would have to imagine to unlock it? Oh yeah.
That's a good question.
It's kind of a deep question.
Yeah. I don't know.
Would you go the side of like something that you absolutely really want, or would you go to the side of like something you actually fear that your gut reaction is to punch it, or something that you hate that your gut reaction is to get up there and hit it?
So I honestly don't know the answer to that, because my thought process is I don't think there's anything that I can think of that my gut reaction would be to punch it. That'd be motivated like I need to punch this. But also like there are things I'm very, very, very passionate about, but things that I would put myself in physical danger for.
It's not necessarily physical danger.
If I'm fighting someone for it, I'm putting myself in physical danger.
Okay.
I don't know. And that's why I'm like, I don't know until that comes up.
I think for me,
maybe it's a baby.
It would be...
And I can go either way on that.
For me, it would probably be a... something along the lines of like a Karen.
Did you say a heron?
A Karen.
Oh,
like somebody that's just like
you're fighting for.
No, something I'm fighting. Like I want to go and hit it. Like that person is whack. Get it.
Well, good thing your wife's not here.
Oh wow. Anyways. Did you like Poe's power in this movie, kind of? Like he can take a hit, and he just giggles.
Dude can take a hit.
For his size, he moved too pretty quickly, pretty good. After he had the kung fu training session, which you have to have in every kung fu movie, of course, where you get the power up.
Yeah,
gotta have the power up somewhere in the kung fu movie. We got it.
And of course, his biggest power up wasn't something that he learned.
No.
I think that was a problem for me, was like his biggest power up was that he could take a punch, and he didn't learn that. He learned how to throw punches. He knew agility. He learned how to quicken his pace and stuff like that, and find his motivation. But like taking a punch, like that was just a thing he did.
And you didn't find out really until like the end. I mean, you kind of saw it through the training when I think
he took a beating. He took a beating throughout the movie.
Yeah, but he didn't understand that he could take a beating. I don't think.
And what's weird is the movie doesn't really explore that.
Not at all.
Like, it's played off as just physical comedy for the first part. And then it's played off as a joke in the last final fight when the snow leopard is punching him, and he's like, "Oh, it tickles, it tickles, it tickles," and he's just absorbing the punches.
Yeah.
But they never explore that as his thing, which is why it feels so weird to me that they're like, that's his thing.
They could have hit it on.
They could have hit it a little bit better. They could have explored that a little bit earlier on in the movie to
what be like, crappy trainer. like to not realize that this dude takes a beating. Like he should have saw it after he sent like the 5 animals after him in a fight. Like how could he not see? And he was laughing kind of throughout that.
I mean, we you've seen Cool Hand Luke, right?
No, I have not.
Oh, what?
No.
So there's it's not really a spoiler. There's a fight scene in that where he gets in a fight with a guy that just absolutely hands it to him, and he just keeps getting back up, and he's like, "Let's go another round. Let's go another round." And he's like bloodied and bruised and stuff, and he like keeps getting up. He keeps getting up because he's he can take the punch.
Okay.
It's got that kind of vibe.
A little bit.
But they don't explore it like that.
No.
They don't explore it like that at all, which is, I think it's kind of weird. Maybe they should have.
Could have added on to that too. A little training session was kind of fun though.
We start the movie off with this kind of 2D animation style.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish that the whole movie was that, rather than 3D.
I wonder if there's a short out there. I could see Dreamworks
in that
making
style.
a short of that style. Yeah.
I would be down for that because that style is slick, and they allude to it a few times later on throughout the movie with like montages and stuff like that, but it's never really like fleshed out.
What if they would have done it? Would you accept it like if they did like a 35-65%, where they had 35% of the movie in that style and then 65% in the style that the DreamWorks style?
Yeah.
A little bit more like that, where they
and I think if they did a lot more like bridge crossing, I think style-wise you would have ended up with something kind of Spider-Verse-y, where it's that 2D, 3D kind of mix.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a lot more interesting visually.
Where the flipping back and forth between the two, would you have accepted that a little bit more? If there's more flipping back and forth? Because I think that what they could have done is that they could have told more to the story of this if they would have done 35% of like short takes of that and say this is his training session. All of a sudden, maybe that training montage or whatever was that in that animation.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now he's better and he is the Dragon Master.
Yes.
They could have done that. Or they could have done also whatever. Like there's other scenes.
I think it would have been cool to see the fight scenes just done in that style. Like we tell the story in like the DreamWorks style, but like show the fighting be told in that style, and maybe just to kind of go down that rabbit trail as Poe starts learning more and more about being a fighter, have his fight scenes start to slowly become more and more of that.
What if? No, maybe a better story. This dude is in prison longer. The snow leopard man.
Yeah.
Let's say he's in prison longer. And as Poe is learning, he is fighting other villains.
And so you get a nice montage of fighting other...
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been nice.
To show, okay, now he's progressing.
Yeah. Because we don't really get that. We have some
a little
training.
Montage. Yeah.
But we don't show him really like progressing, actually like fighting.
I think you see his progression a lot during the dumpling fight.
That's probably the main one.
You see his agility.
There's the whole like training montage prior to that where it's just like an obstacle course.
Yeah, and he's just getting his butt kicked.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have it.
Yeah. I kind of feel like this brings us to our final thoughts here.
Oh. Okay.
Unless you had some other moments you want to hit on.
No, it's fine. We can dive right into those final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Kung Fu Panda to me is one of those movies that DreamWorks just kind of pushes out.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to capitalize on, like, oh, here's another Kung Fu Panda. Here's another Kung Fu Panda. You know, and so it's just one of their characters. I think DreamWorks does a very good job at making a first good impression with their movies and not like an everlasting impression. Once they have to push out a second or third one, especially the third one, it goes a lot downhill quickly.
Third is always like their weak spot.
So second can be their good spot, but I think the
Looking
third
at you,
one...
Shrek.
Huh?
Looking at you, Shrek.
Shrek How to Train Your Dragon. The second one wasn't that bad.
I've never seen How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, that's a pretty solid movies too. But for this one, for me, for Kung Fu Panda, I think there could have been more to it. It's good for kids. Don't get me wrong. I don't think there's anything scary in this for kids. So you can show this to any age. I think you're fine. The colors might be exciting. But personally, as an adult, and seeing this even at a younger-ish age, I guess, junior high, high school-ish? High school, I guess.
High school, yeah.
For me, it was still probably range around 4. For me.
I'm going to give it a 5. Just because it's probably a pretty safe movie to show kids.
Yeah.
It's got a pretty good message. I think it could have been told a lot better.
But you don't need anything special to be special.
Yeah. It's pretty cliche. It's pretty color by numbers. But I think the fighting is interesting. I think a lot of the visuals are pretty interesting, and some of the scenery is really interesting. I think the story is lacking a lot, even for a kids movie.
Yeah.
I think it leaves a lot to be desired. I 100% agree that DreamWorks does hit 1 and 2 pretty well. Not necessarily of this, but of like other movies.
Yeah. Yep.
And then they just go downhill.
Yep.
And they're really good at just like pumping out the numbers. And you can see like the animation in this is really good for its time. And it's not a Pixar, but it's like the animation is nice and clean. You've got like good modeling, you've got good lighting. It's just that story could have used like a good brush up.
I agree.
I don't really have anything else to add.
Well, I guess, where can they find us, Andrew?
They can find us online at Instagram, on YouTube, sometimes TikTok. You just look up the Backseat Critics, all one word. You'll find us. We post all the time on Instagram. And if you're looking for, to listen to us, look us up on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or YouTube Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Wherever you get your podcasts, we will be there. Put out a new episode every single Thursday.
What happens if they donate $1 to our cause here to $Hero Bob?
If they donate $1 to $Hero Bob, they get a free picture of Mr. Bob.
Oh, what happens if they follow us?
They get a free picture of Mr. Bob.
And what do they got to do to make sure that we know that they're following us to get that free picture of Mr. Bob?
They got to send us a message saying, hey, where's my picture of Mr. Bob?
And how do we know to send them that they donated to $Hero Bob?
They take a screenshot of that donation to $Hero Bob. Send it to us on Instagram at Backseat Critics.
Right on.
And with that, it's been another episode of the Backseat Critics.
We out.